Hey, fragrance friends and enthusiasts, welcome back. How's it going? I hope that you're doing fantastic out there. What's your scent of the day? Let me know in the comment section below. What are you wearing? How you doing? How's the fragrance life treating you? So today I wanted to jump out here and talk about some French fragrances. Yes, y'all saw the title. Y'all know what we're talking about. But I wanted to explain a little bit what about French perfumery is. It's not that it's just from France. A lot of fragrances are bottled and put together in France, but are all fragrances French? Absolutely not. It's actually a fragrance style in perfumery. It's a classical style that most of the fragrance is made out of citrus and florals. And it's a really good blend. They love to use their roses and their jasmine and their petitgrains. And, French for perfumery is all in its own style. There's actually not a lot of brands that are very well known that are in French perfumery. And hopefully I can get the word out on this brand. Fragonard is one of the most classic houses out there for French perfumery. Serge Lutens perhaps is a little bit more contemporary, but that's probably the most well-known house that uses a fair bit of French perfumery that's very French. But let's jump into this house. Let's see what this house has to offer. Again, I'm not very good at French, but the house is Les Jardins Retrouvé. That's the best I can probably do right now, so please forgive me for my bad French pronunciation. So let's jump into these. I have three to share with y'all today. The first one is called Eau de Deliche, and it's my favorite of the house. So that's what it looks like. I will link below where you can find all these fragrances. They're actually surprisingly more affordable than you would think. They're a little bit light though, but some people might really like that. So this one is a very playful green. Yeah, this is going to be kind of a trend with French perfumery. If you ever look into them, they have lots of jasmine, again, of course, rose, and those fresh notes and the green notes. They love their little green nuances. They love lavender as well. They love lavender. And this has got lemon, bergamot, mandarin, petitgrain, lavender, and cypress, patchouli, oak moss. And this is a real clean, gentlemanly fragrance. It's really a good one. I do have to say, very well done, very well put together. The lavender adds almost a tiny bit of that powdery classic effect. It's fresh, it's likable. The citrus here does with the mandarin is a little bit more sour than you would think than sweet. It's more sour. This is not a modern contemporary Western fragrance, I guess you would say. That's, very, very sweet, or Tonka heavy, or Ambroxan heavy. This is, again, a completely different style, an original fragrance style. And I do have to say, if you're looking for a gentlemanly fragrance that's a little bit different, this might really work for you in the office situation. This is a great gentlemanly fragrance, or just a great fragrance for everyday situations where you want to smell clean, you want to smell well put together, and you just want to, it has a little bit of a classic vibe without smelling dated. And again, nothing's wrong with the green fragrances or those oak moss fragrances. There's even a little bit of oak moss in this fragrance, but this one makes it a little bit more bright and a little bit more watery, and it's an everyday fragrance. It's so easy to wear, so timeless, so classic, and this is my favorite. I probably am going to end up buying a bottle of this one, and I need something like that in my collection. So the next one is Cœur de Russie. So this is for you leather lovers out there. This, to my nose, is more of a woody, animalic fragrance. Actually, the focus really isn't on the leather to my nose. There is leather here, though. Let's read you the notes real quick, because you might not be able to figure out the notes anywhere else, so I'm trying to help you out. This one is Ylang Ylang, Violet, Cinnamon, Cade, Wood, and Styrax. So the Cade is what's giving it this leathery nuance. A little bit deeper. The leather has almost this clove-like effect. And with that cinnamon, it's a little bit spicier, and it's a little bit more of a woody fragrance than I get. The Ylang Ylang is that really interesting, again, almost waxy, tropical, yellow type of floral, giving this fragrance some brightness and some lift to this fragrance. So it's not just a heavy, woody, spicy thing. It's actually a lot fresher than you think. And it's quite nice. I don't know if it's my style. It's definitely classic inspired and definitely a timeless style kind of fragrance. So if you're used to really heavy leather fragrances or more gourmand leather fragrances, this is definitely more on that floral, fresh, timeless, classy side of leather. And somebody might actually want that. I don't see this kind of fragrance, again, a fragrance like this every day. So this might be surprisingly what you want. And I think that maybe if you're also maybe a lady who likes really confident fragrances, again, this fragrance is not sweet or girly or playful or anything. But if you're a lady who wants something that you like, that brightness, and you might even like sourness in fragrances, this might be a leather that you can actually get behind. Again, the animalics, again, with this, Styrax is not very strong in this fragrance. It's not very scary. but it adds a little bit of intrigue in the background of the fragrance, kind of like a little bit more of an assertive musk, perhaps. So nice fragrance. The last one is called Citron Boboli. I do have to tell y'all, I'm not the biggest fan of really sharp or really a more almost like aggressive citrus, but some people really like that to wake them up. They like that with mint as well. I like more of the mellow mint, and I like the you know, that citrus, you know, that blend, that harmony of citruses that's so beautiful to my nose. But here it's a little bit more aggressive and, you know, authentically almost like a fresh peeled lemon or lime, and it's kind of in your face. Let me read you the notes real quick here. It says Italian lemon, petitgrain, bitter orange, and galbanum, and it has little hints in the background of black pepper and clove. So you get a lot of these citruses. It's not, and because of that, it's not going to be the longest lasting fragrance. None of these fragrances are extremely long lasting, but they do wake you up and they are cheerful, and they do. I don't know how natural this brand is. You know, what's the percentage of naturals, you know, to synthetics, but this house feels very well blended and feels fresh and kind of natural in its own way. So I think that's a real positive, that these are actually pretty darn wearable and pretty almost natural smelling. And you can kind of wear one of these in the morning, and then when it gets to nighttime, you know, after you get, you know, maybe your day of work is done, maybe you want to go out on the town and go out or go shopping or do something at night, you can put on your sultry, seductive fragrance. You won't really, you know, this your day fragrance won't really interfere. And sometimes that's a beautiful way to go about it. And sometimes I feel like doing that. So this is a nice fragrance. Again, a little bit sour, and a little bit pithy, like the white underneath, like an orange or a lemon. And authentically, you know, if you do really have to have your sharp, bright citrus fragrances, and that's your kind of thing, you know, that Cure, what was it called again? Citron Boboli might be the one for you. It'll definitely wake you up in the morning. So, guys, these are the 3 samples I have. They were generous enough to me. I made a purchase from Perfumology, and they threw these in here, and didn't tell me what to think. They didn't tell me to review them. They just wanted to be generous, and I probably would have not given this brand a second thought. They might have flown under my radar. I think this brand is flying under the radar for many people. And again, French Perfumery is a really great style perfumery to get into. Fragonard is great. You know, not terribly long lasting either, but a real classic, been around for a very long time. This house is definitely doing a very good job, and they're pretty affordable. Again, I'll link everything down below where you can find them. And I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but I did want to get the word out, and hopefully you explored and found something new today. Again, Serge Lutens is probably a little bit more contemporary, but probably the French house that most fragrance reviewers, at least in Fragcom, are familiar with. And there's certainly a lot of fragrance styles to explore. You know, the English with Ormond Jane do an amazing job out there. They have their own style. There's, of course, the Italian style. We're beginning to hopefully see more styles come from, like Goldfield and Banks from Australia and Nishane from Turkey. Hopefully we'll see more of these real distinct styles come out of these brands and these houses, and I'm so excited for that. So everybody, let me know in the comment section below, what kinds of fragrances do you like? Did these fragrances sound good to you? Do you think you like French fragrances, or have you ever bought a French fragrance? Let me know in the comment section below, and let's get that conversation started. And I'll catch you soon, everybody. Wear what you love, rock what you got, and smell beautiful out there. I know that you are, and I'll see you in the next video, everybody. Peace out, and bye until the next one. Bye.